What is a worldview? A set of fundamental beliefs by which we live our lives, whether we are aware of it or not. Everyone has a worldview. Everyone. Essentially, there are two main worldviews, although people pull from both in order to look at the world in different ways. For the purposes of this presentation, I will be focusing on these two opposing worldviews: the secular worldview, meaning there is no God, and the theistic worldview, meaning there is a God. Jamaican law and that of other Western democracies have been based on a theistic worldview. Presently, there's a determined effort to replace the theistic worldview with a secular worldview. We are going to go through 6 essential questions to show the difference between these worldviews so that you can consider which worldview has the best outcome for society. Let's look at the answers to these questions. First, what is the truth about the beginning of the universe? Or was there even a beginning? The secular worldview says the universe always was, always is, and always will be. There is no creator. On the other hand, the theistic worldview says there is a creator. The Bible states, "In the beginning, God." In other words, there is a creator. Second, how do we know what is right and what is wrong? In a secular worldview, man decides what is best. He comes to the truth of what is right or wrong by his reason alone. In a theistic worldview, we know what is right and wrong by looking at God's character. What is right is grounded in God's character, which is good. Third, what is the truth about human beings? Who are we, and how did we get here? The secular worldview says we are just here by chance, chemical accidents, evolved from animals, and as such are really just higher animals. The theistic worldview states that we are made in the image of God. We have personality. We are self-conscious, and we have free will. Fourth, how many genders are there? With a secular worldview, gender is simply a matter of how you feel. For example, in the morning, you can identify yourself as a man, and at night, that same man can identify as a woman. The Australian Human Rights Commission, in a document entitled "Protection from Discrimination on the Basis of Sexual Orientation and Sex and/or Gender Identity," has actually proposed some 23 genders. The theistic worldview says there are simply two, male and female. Fifth, what is a marriage? The secular worldview provides for any combination of numbers or genders to qualify as marriage. On the other hand, the theistic worldview holds that marriage is an exclusive union between one man and one woman. Sixth, does truth exist and can it be known? The secular worldview states that there is no absolute truth, whilst a theistic worldview affirms that truth exists, truth can be known. Truth is what conforms to reality. Stop and think about this question. Can it be absolutely true that there is no absolute truth? Now that we have looked at the secular and theistic worldview, stop and ask yourself another question. Of these opposing worldviews, which is safer and better to use as a basis for our laws so that the dignity of all human beings can be protected? Worldviews. You don't leave home without one.